For some, diary is their daily journal, an account of their memory, for them to reminisce and remind themselves on that special moment, those moments that makes them smile or make them cry, recollection of mistakes made, goal or ambitions achieved, and life lesson worthy for experience. You see, for 29 years, my diary is my good friend. He's my silent friend, a friend that listens to all my words, place where I share something that I hard for me to express to another human being. The point in time where I would immerse myself in a world where no one will judge me, in a world no one will undervalue me, a place where I know is dandy and free. My words are not poetic and not beautifully crafted, sometimes sounds childish and naive, but I'm amazed by those who are gifted that can write beautiful words, words that can seduce anyone. But for me, my honesty is my forte. I write whatever I feel like I want to write. I'm not trying to impress anyone, and I'm not apologizing to. If that makes me sound less of an artist or sound less an artistic person, be it. Who made the definite rule of art anyway? Archiving 4 decades of worthy of history of mine, when I read back, I am amazed how I've grown throughout the years. Somehow diary is a self-reminder that I'm not that bad after all, yeah? So bear with me. Let me bring you to almost 40 years journey of my life. I first wrote my diary when I was 10. It was written in somewhere in 1988, 30th January. So the millennial, they do not know who's Rick Ashley and Wilson Phillips. So boring. So I wrote this, and I wrote it in Bahasa Melayu Sarawak. If you understand, you understand. If you don't understand, pretend you understand. Okay, girl? Hari itu adalah hari yang paling best dalam hidup aku. Sebab masa untuk rehat, Jason ngembak aku makan di kantin. Aku duduk sebelahnya, Jason nang comel. Kenjau, umur 10 tahun. Dengan badan besarnya yang si ngenak dengan umurnya, rasa selamat je bila di sebelahnya. Satu-satunya nemiak bidayuh yang boleh buat aku rasa berdebar. Tu aja sih mun aku madah aku dah suk dengannya. Bak katanya, aku suka bah kawan dengan kau sebab kau cute ke perempuan. Dia si tahu, sebenarnya aku ada nyimpan gambarnya dalam dompetku. Ya. Balik rumah hari tu mak nanya, birthday kau kelak, kau nak nyebut siapa? Haruslah jawapan kawan-kawan aku. Nama yang paling teratas, Jason Sylvester Seal. Yeah. I don't know whether you guys related to this guy anyway. So somebody will say, excuse me, that's my dad. Like, well, means that I'm almost your mom anyway. So in 1998, I decided to write in English. So bear with me, my grammar. Whoever a grammar police, fuck you. Dear Diary, I'm challenging myself to write you in English. So today is slightly different than any other day. God knows how bad my grammar is, but since nobody is going to read this anyway, so I'll be safe. I have not been feeling myself for the last couple of days. I blame it on the nicotine that I've been consuming, and out of peer pressure I'm forced to take those hormone pills that Didi, my roommate, gave me. He's been telling me the story of how the hormone pills transform him into the woman that she is. He recommended me to take it, so I did. The last 1 week I feel weak, and most of the time I'm sleepy as hell. I skip my classes and my finals are in 2 months. I don't have the desire at all. I don't see any changes except that I'm quite emotional most of the time. Last night, I reminded my abang senior how big and unattractive I am, not feminine at all, big bone and all, and not desirable. It's kind of bullshit, actually. To the point that he would have the audacity to ask me that, why don't you just switch back to be a man? Wow. Do you think that desire of mine is something that I can magically cure? Do you think that this whatever I am is something I can switch on and off? I feel isolated most of the time. My friends are men prettier than me, and the boys will go for them. In UITM, I'm the most undesired one. Pimply, softy, overweight, oil scalp, whatever, dark skin. Why am I not pretty like them? Why nobody wants me? Am I that unlucky? I feel hopeless. Help me. Now, 10 years after that, in 2007, I discovered that I don't like to write anymore. Instead of writing, I type it in my blog. And the best part is I only have one reader, which is myself. In 2007, I wrote in 2007, January 5th. It's my first week back in Kuching after years of working, living in KL. Somehow Kuching is such a fabulous change. A fresh air, green almost everywhere. Not so intimidating tall buildings and slow traffic that far cry from the horrific jam in Kuala Lumpur. Yeah, looking good so far. This is the best decision I've ever made, besides home cooked meal, prepared with love by my mom, nightly dining with my family. I couldn't ask for more. This is I wrote in 2007, oh my God. Now in 2015, not so far away from 2017. This is I wrote this before I decided to go for a solo travel to Shanghai. This is written in 29th of December. Since I won't be able to post anything right after this, I'll be focusing all my energy towards my long holiday. I've decided to pre-post this and serve this as a mental note for myself. 2015 is a year of changes and getting used to. Totally standing on my feet was one of them. When I'm so used to wake up in the morning and sound of Baba old radio playing loudly throughout the house right after Subo, and my mom will nag me to sip my first coffee made by her, I had to endure the void. This year of getting used to be alone is not that bad after all. I recall a good friend of mine comforting me with her words. Those who left us never truly lives, as they remain closely in your heart. So before I sleep, and the first thing I do when I wake up, I recite Al-Fatiha for both of them. I really miss them all the time, but I know they are both reunited and within the rahmat of His Almighty. Being independent is the key word, a word that I never really understand until I get to experience them firsthand. I remember the first day when I had to drive on my own to work. I never drove my entire life. That was the first time. It was so nerve-wracking, and I swear I almost got my PB rise. That was then. Now driving is a breeze for me. I relax by cursing the next driver next to me. So that's the best part of my early morning. I curse random people. I unwind myself every time I drive, and I do my own lip sync battle, pretending myself as Ariana Grande. The next thing I'm Beyonce, and I might even change to Ramla Haram. It depends on my mood, but most of the time it's fun. Family always comes first. They always challenge I face. It's true enough that only family will be there for you no matter what. We have our own unique personality that made us colorful. Compromising and understanding will help along the way. I discovered as well that Family don't really need to be a blood connection. They can be from the circle of friends you have. They do, who built you, accepted you, loves you, and cares for you. They are family. Friendship, this is the year when I decided to expand my circle of friends. Not an easy one, as I had to go through dramas and turbulence. And while I learned, be kind, be accepted to anyone's behavior, you have the right to choose who should stay. If they only brings you heartbreak, leave them. Be unapologetic. Sound nasty, I know, but I'm 37. The lesser drama is, the better for my health. I can, I, I cannot expect to please everyone, by the way. I'm sure I may not be their favorite person too. Forgive is your choice to forgive them or not. Be kind, be respectful, be humble. Above all, be yourself. And thank you to those who came into my life and shaped me for who I am today. Those who left me, I hope you find your happiness elsewhere. Career-wise, it's been quite a steady one for myself. I achieved many milestones. I strive to continue for years to come. I learned to let go of things that's not productive for myself and challenge myself to do things that used to be just a wish list. I've branched out on self-development through calling, and I've experienced that I used to things that I only imagined, but the best part, I'm telling myself this phrase over and over again: why not? Words that fuel my motivation and, of course, dare myself much. I have many hopes and aspirations for 2016, but let me break it down to you, much simpler one, which I believe I achieved in 2016, which is happier, healthier. I don't know whether you count nicotine and caffeine as being healthier, but yeah, cheers. So this is the last part. It was written, I was quite melodramatic, and it feels that I just have to post it. This is right before Ramadan. So imagine that it's Ramadan is coming soon lah, huh? Okay, it's almost Ramadan, that time of the year that every Muslim awaits, that time when all your prayers are answered, the chance to get closer to the Almighty, the opportunity to redeem yourself, the chance to be a better person. The last couple of months, I have went through many personal turmoil. Love was lost, friendship were broken, hearts were shattered, trust were damaged. Every day I was challenged with my own self-demon. I was hateful, and it takes a toll of myself. And I asked myself, when did I turn into a hateful person? A cynical person, and a person that are so vengeful that I plot on someone else's unhappiness at any given moment. I'm all alone again, slowly sinking into the dark abyss that I've created myself. I may smile, I laugh, and plan a joke or two. Admitting I was depressed was none on the plate. The last couple of days, though, I seek for that self-tranquility. I try to reflect everything in my life. Many things I should be counting my blessings for. I have my family, I have my friends, and I trust and care very much about them. They've been cheering me and supporting all the way. Alhamdulillah, life is not hard. It's not all that bad after all. I'm not all alone, and I should walk and move on. Life is greater than this. I have to stop self-pitying, and I should stop feeling sorry for myself. With a humble heart to those I have hurt directly, indirectly through my previous vile and ill behavior. When I say vile, my true best friend is over there, and she knows exactly how vile I can be in the office. I think they call it verbal diarrhea. I call it chirit birit. I sincerely seek for your forgiveness for those who I've decided to leave. It's okay. I've forgiven you as just another chapter of my life that I'll have to flip through. I've opened my heart to accept the fate that has brought us together, and fate has brought us apart. May you lead a greater life and find happiness elsewhere. May Allah grant us Rahmat and blissful Ramadan Karim to both my parents in Jannah. It's the second year celebrating the Holy Month without the both of you. Always in my prayers, inshallah we'll go through in this peace. To everyone, Salam Ramadan, although there's another couple of months to go. There you go. That's my diary, and I love my diary. I'm not angry about it. Thank you again.